podcast show for business owners and managers who are passionate about developing people and growing a successful business. And now here's your host, Alistair Booth from the HR Booth.
Hello and welcome to our latest Lightning podcast. In today's episode, we are going to be discussing one of the customer pain points that we help our customers with, and we help them kind of solve this problem. And today's topic is on recruitment. So it's certainly a topic that can be a challenge for a number of employers, and a lot of the clients that we kind of speak to do say that recruitment is a challenge in terms of one, finding suitable candidates, and probably two is making sure that the candidates that they appoint are the right people in their organisation as well. So there's quite a few kind of strands to recruitment, and some of the problems that we solve in relation to recruitment will include things like time. So a lot of clients tell us that recruitment takes up quite a big proportion of their time, and by that I kind of mean things like writing effective job adverts, knowing where to post the job adverts, then kind of managing candidates when they apply for the position. So, corresponding with candidates, arranging interviews, rejecting candidates, going through the actual interview process itself. So there might be a couple of stages to that process. So in terms of face-to-face interviews, or it might be interviews done remotely on Teams or Zoom, things like that. And then other problems that clients kind of, have to deal with is then kind of knowing what kind of questions to ask as well. So all of that takes up quite a bit of time, and a lot of our clients, and certainly SME businesses, just don't have the time to do a lot of these tasks. So that's where we can come in and help kind of resolve some of these problems for our clients. And obviously with new employment legislation coming in soon, where employees will have day one rights, it's going to be really important that businesses do get recruitment right as often as they possibly can, because one, it's a time factor for businesses, but there's also a kind of huge cost attached to recruitment as well. And then the third thing would be is if you do get it wrong, there's potential litigation in terms of potential employment tribunal claims if you exit people during their first few months of employment, or first few weeks of employment, if you've just not got that right. So that's certainly some of the things that are coming in. So where we can help, we can help clients write effective job adverts. So what candidates are looking for now are employers that have good values, they kind of share the same kind of purpose and the same kind of goals. So writing a job advert that has just got a list of the job description and the duties is not going to be attractive to a candidate. So we can help employers make that job advert look a little bit more appealing and attract the right people into the role in the first place. So all of that does take time. So writing kind of creative job adverts is something that we can do and help our clients with. The second part of that is then kind of knowing where to post the job advert. So there's potentially free job boards out there. So Indeed is quite popular, and you can obviously kind of sponsor job adverts to try and get more candidates to apply. But there's various other kind of premium job boards out there, and we work with a kind of range of them. So we can give some advice around where to advertise the job. So for example, there might be a vacancy in hospitality. We have some good insight in terms of which job boards have worked well in the past, so we can give some advice rather than you kind of spending lots of money on job adverts and you might be advertising in the wrong places. And the same would go for kind of specialist IT roles. There's kind of specialist IT job boards that you can post your job adverts on as well. So we can help with all of that. We also automate a lot of the recruitment process, so we work very closely with our friends at Hirefull, where we have an applicant tracking system. And again, for some clients that are doing a lot of recruitment, we can give you your own branded applicant tracking system, which sits alongside your website. You have your own dedicated careers page, and you can kind of engage and attract candidates that way as well. But the applicant tracking system allows you to kind of correspond with clients very quickly. Means that your inbox is not being full with job applicants kind of coming in, and just frees up some of that time that I've kind of mentioned as well. So it enhances that kind of candidate experience, and gives a good impression of your organisation and your business. So we can help with that as well. And then through the applicant tracking system, you're able to arrange interviews, correspond with candidates, reject candidates, pull reports on that as well. So kind of seeing how long it takes to fill a vacancy. You get some good stats on the number of candidates that have applied for a role, where they've applied for that role as well. So all of that kind of helps your future intelligence in terms of future job adverts that you might be doing. And then where else we can help clients, we can actually do some of the initial interviewing. So we can help sift CVs, looking at the job advert and the job description versus the candidates that have applied. So help freeing up some of your time in that respect. And then our admin support team can then be organising interviews, and actually we can actually be conducting some interviews for you as well. So that's some of the things that we can help do. And then obviously once we've kind of perhaps created a bit of a short list, then what we would encourage you guys to do as the business owners and the managers and the clients is to do some interviews yourself, so we can help with the specific questions on that. So looking at questions around team fit, culture fit, your core values, but also around the kind of competencies of that job role as well. So again, that's some of the problems that customers come to us with, is that they're not sure what questions to ask. And obviously you've got to be mindful of employment legislation as well in interviews, that you need to kind of demonstrate that you're showing a fair, robust and objective recruitment process and asking consistent questions and not breaching anything in the Equality Act. So we can help you with these types of questions. We can also help coach and support your managers during interview process as well, and giving some feedback around that, and also kind of do some training sessions on that as well, giving you and your managers the practical skills to go and write an effective recruitment strategy, but actually go and complete the recruitment and selection process in the role as well. So that's the key things on recruitment and selection where we can help. It is a big problem for clients, and if it is something that you are seeing in your own business, then please get in touch and see how we can help. Thanks for tuning in.